Hello, everyone, and happy month of darkness. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade one-shot, The Fortunate. This is both a sequel to last year's one-shot, Midnight Chase, and the first of a series of 3 one-shots this month that I'll be storytelling, all of which will connect and be influenced by what the players in the previous games have done. Now let's welcome back our players. Please introduce who you are and who you're playing, starting with Jason.
Hello. Good evening, if it is evening for you. Good morning otherwise. I'm Jason Carl. I'm the brand marketing manager for White Wolf, and tonight I'll be playing Kurt Bancroft, Clan Lasombra.
Thank you. Laura.
Hi, hello, good time zone folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or LauraTutu, but tonight, here and now, I am playing Riot Harlow, the Ravnos.
Yes. Letty.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leticia, also known as at Leticinios and social networks, and today I'll be playing Victoria, Malkavian.
Not a Malkavian, the Malkavian. And Tracy.
Greetings, everybody. Hello, I'm Tracy. I also go by MissMagitek on the internets, and I am playing Dahlia, our resident Tremere for the evening.
Thank you. I'm Huddy. Yeah, so we're about to go right past me. I always do that. I'm Huddy. I'm a community ambassador for World of Darkness and the Storyteller this evening. And I'll give the same disclaimer I did last year because I did notice there were quite a few German speakers watching us last year. Although I speak German, I don't speak Austrian Deutsch. Kein österreichisches Deutsch. Verzeihung. So if you all are ready, lass uns jetzt anfangen, or let us begin, and let's return to Vienna. When last we saw these kindred, they were on a midnight chase to capture a rogue Ventru named Jackson Burke, accused of ratting out kindred to the Second Inquisition. After some successful train hopping, the coterie learned that someone had gotten to Burke first, namely a gangrel named Musgrove, who was leading a mercenary band hired to bring their target to someone named Vikos in Bratislava. After dodging flamethrowers wielded by the Inquisition, who caught up to the train, this coterie successfully completed their mission, bringing a bound and singed Burke back to the Toreador Prince of Vienna. Of course, one of them decided to continue on with Musgrove to Bratislava, interested in meeting this Vikos and what other work they might have to offer before returning back to Vienna. Several months have passed since that night, and as a reward, the coterie received a major boon from the prince and a piece of Vienna, namely their own domain. However, this domain just happened to be directly next to the prince's domain, the Schönbrunn Palace, and whether the coterie approved of that or not is irrelevant. It is what they received. We open our scene tonight with you, Victoria. Now, you know there will be an Elysium held later tonight in the palace, but Prince Leopold requested a private audience with you early. As you enter this palace, Victoria, the Baroque splendor is always beautiful and suffocating. There's endless golden walls and painted ceilings and crystal chandeliers. And as you follow these winding halls, passing by smatterings of security personnel, till you reach the gilded double doors of Leopold's private chamber, you see Leopold's most trusted ghoul, Grigori, waiting just outside his door. And when his eyes fall on you, he steps aside and places his hand on the doorknob, and you hear the soft click as it swings open. Would you describe for us what Victoria is wearing to meet her prince?
I think she'll probably wear a black dress, something modest, but still like fancy. Heels, not like really tall heels, but something pretty. She wants to impress him in some way.
Of course, and impressing a Toreador is not for the faint of heart. Could you give me your nightly rouse check, please?
Yes. Just a second. Pass.
Okay, so you
No hunger
remain
increase.
remain at 1 hunger. As you step inside, the velvet curtains are drawn in here and the air is very, very thick with perfume. You see a young man sitting playing the harp. His shirt collar is pulled open. This man is beautiful in the way that fragile mortals are beautiful. Prince Leopold looms over him, pale fingers tracing the line of his jaw, and this harpist continues to play the harp. And as you move closer, you see his face is twisted in fear, and there are tears flowing steadily from the corner of his eyes. Do you say anything?
No, I just stop like a few steps away and keep looking at him. And if Leopold looks at me, I do just a little bow or something, but I do not interrupt.
He doesn't look at you just yet. Instead, he takes this man's head and he pulls his head back, exposing the center of his neck. It looks extremely painful, but again, the man continues to play the harp. And you watch Leopold sink his fangs into the center of this young man's throat, and you hear this harpist let out a small, shuddering gasp of ecstasy as the kiss takes hold of him. And that's when Leopold looks up to see you. He removes his fangs, does not make the wound close. Instead, he leaves it open to drip down the man's shirt. Still holding him by the back of the neck, he walks towards you across this pristinely white floor, blood falling onto the floor, inevitably leaving streaks as the tips of the harpist's shoes slide through it. He walks directly up to you and he says, "Hast du Hunger, Schätzchen? Do you have hunger, little treasure?"
Good evening, sir. No,
Can
I'm
you
okay.
make me one more rouse check as you smell this man's blood?
Pass again.
Okay. He looks disappointed that you don't want to drink. So instead, he takes this man and he
If he looks disappointed, but if you do want me to drink, I will not disrespect your domain.
I want you to do what pleases you most.
It pleases me most to make you happy.
And he holds the man right towards you, throat almost touching your nose.
I get closer to him and I bite it.
Now the question becomes, Victoria, then, you can't satiate any more hunger without killing him.
I won't kill him. I'm just doing it for Leopold. I'm just drinking a little bit, not enough to.
Can you make me a composure and performance roll?
Yes. Composure.
See how much you please him.
2 successes.
I'd say that's enough. Do you close the wound when you remove your fangs?
I do.
That
Just a little.
That disappoints him. But he takes the man and throws him unceremoniously towards his bed. And he lands with sort of a thud. How are you this evening, my darling?
Good. I'm happy you called for me, but what is that you need?
I need a dance, of course. And he walks
dance?
over to his record player and he puts on a record. He turns the speed of the record player down, though, as low as it can go. And you recognize the song. It's a song from an old band from the 70s called ABBA. And it's the song called Lay All Your Love on Me. And he holds his hand out for you.
I give my hand for him. Okay. I did not know you liked those kind of songs.
You did not know that I enjoyed disco, and apparently we haven't talked enough. Can you give me a dexterity and performance roll this time?
Yes. Two successes again.
Okay. With 7 successes, he practically swings you around on this floor like a rag doll. You can barely keep up with his steps, and he's not dancing in any way that you're accustomed to dancing. It feels older. It feels practiced. As he pulls you in, spins you away, and crushes you back to himself, he says, "They have my eyes on my throne, Schätzchen. They're going to destabilize our kingdom."
Who are you talking about?
The Anarchs, the Sinbloods, but especially the Tremere.
Oh, again?
Again and always.
What can we do to stop them?
With one hand, he sort of takes your face by the soft palate between your jaws. It's what you can do for me, my dear.
Perfect. What I can do for you.
Tonight, there will be envoys from both the Anarchs and the Sinbloods at the Elysium, and you will determine for me who in my court shows their sympathies.
Me? Do you trust me that much?
There's no one else in this court that I trust more than you.
I put my forehead in like his shoulder to dance, like a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll do it. I won't let them ruin this.
He moves his head down so he's very close to your ear, very close to the nape of your neck. He says, I will have no derision, no open war in my city. I will have order and beauty for us.
I smile, but I don't say anything.
And after you agree to this, the dance very quickly stops. And he spins you away towards the door. And that's when you see the pattern of blood that you've left everywhere in this room as you've been dancing. And he says, you should wear something nicer to Elysium tonight.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
He nods. And he leaves from a room that you see. He parts one of these velvet curtains and disappears.
I just make my way back, probably to let my coterie know about these.
Absolutely. And as you're leaving, you hear the lyrics of that song still going. As he turned the tempo of it so far down, you hear, don't go sharing your devotion. Lay all your love on me. Moving over to Riot. Your trip to Bratislava may not have been under the circumstances that would have made your old friend Musgrove or this possible new friend Vikos happy. But for whatever reason, Vikos was pleased that you made the trip and offered a personal touch. And was touched that you offered a personal touch to the reason they didn't get their prize. If you were expecting some sort of outburst or worse retribution for this offense, you didn't receive anything of the like. Instead, you received a direct supply line of blood from the circulatory system in Bratislava, something Vienna is sorely lacking at the moment, post the Second Inquisition tirade on the city. Now, although Vikos didn't claim personal ownership of the blood trade, they offered you their hookups, as it were, with the agreement that you owed them a boon, which at some point in the future, and I quote, they or someone will collect upon. They didn't elaborate further on that point. So here you are in your warehouse, for all intents and purposes, coordinating with these workers sent by the keeper of Elysium, a Malkavian named Lieselotte, to collect a variety of blood for Elysium later tonight. Human vessels are apparently being provided by none other than Karl Schrecht. As you order these workers around, can you make me your nightly rouse check, please, Riot?
I can. That is a rousing success.
Perfect. You're ordering these, they're sort of all very standard dock worker type guys. They keep their heads down. They move the crates and the coolers from wherever it is that you want them to whatever you want them loaded onto. They don't ask any questions. They're just there to do a job. But you notice that there's someone here who doesn't look like they're here to work. She seems to be looking around, admiring the view of this organization. She doesn't fit the bill at all. She appears to be in her early 40s with curly blonde hair, and she's dressed conservatively but fashionably. She's very clearly not here to work.
All right. Does she seem in particular drawn to anything in the warehouse? And is she fucking kindred?
Well, that depends. Do you have anything like Sense the Beast to know instinctively that she's kindred without having to interact with her?
I do not, but never not been social, so it's
I
not
mean,
that
she
big
doesn't
of a
seem
deal.
to be taken aback by, as a human, of someone moving blood from place to place.
All right, at the very least. No, so Riot will approach.
She looks you up and down.
Are you lost, love?
No, but I'm afraid, or I believe, that you might be.
Uh-huh. No, last I checked, I'm exactly where I need to be. What can I do for you?
That's a shame. Who would have ever thought that a raven would find themselves in the ivory tower?
You know, sometimes you just need to settle with what you're given for a bit until the more favorable wind blows through.
Are you waiting for a more favorable wind?
You offering one?
What would they say where you're from? I.
What do they call you?
My name is Petra Hahn, but you can call me Petra if it's better for your sensibilities.
All right, Petra. And what is it that you need?
Need? It's a strong word. I have been personally invited to be an envoy to your Elysium tonight. Or should I say your Princess Elysium. I am in favor of, what is the term? Squashing beef with the Ivory Tower. We had enough trouble in the last few years. I am perfectly fine to you stay on your side of the line and I'll stay on mine, and neither two shall cross, or however you say it.
I mean, I don't see any problem with that. Open war tends to make people twitchy.
Yes, but you see, not everyone on my side has the same ideas.
And what would you like done about that?
Well, I do believe if you could convince your prince that we are the horse to bet on. Don't know why I'm using so many idioms tonight. I don't think I've used this many idioms in my entire life. If we are the horse to bet on, that perhaps anyone from my side who might be there who shouldn't be there won't do anything rash.
And just to keep the bet going, I suppose. What's the horse's name in this race?
Unfortunately, I don't know. If you're speaking of the one who shouldn't be at Elysium tonight, which one of the anarchs they are, I don't know. I just know what I've heard.
Oh,
But you seem
good,
smart, and there's very little that can hide from a raven. I'm sure you'd be able to find out.
no, I've been known to go poke my nose in where it don't belong. That's for sure.
It's beneficial for all of us if the prince decides that the Sinswas shouldn't be in the city anymore, which they shouldn't be, and that he should work with us. Mutually beneficial.
Well, I know it's a bit odd for the likes of me to be settled within the tower, but I rather like it here. It gives me a nice little setup. It's quiet. People leave me alone. I'd like to keep it that way.
That's how young I can tell you are. They never leave you alone. Actually, I don't think you've been left alone a night since you've been in the Ivory Tower. I think you're just lying to yourself. But that comes with age. Eventually you start wising up. At least I hope so.
All right. I'll see what fortune the prince wants to favor then.
It'll be nice to know someone at the party. Before she turns to leave, you hear this crash sound of one of these not so nimble fingered dock workers drops a crate. Some of the blood spills out. Some of them were packed too tightly, and they split. And the blood starts spilling all over the warehouse floor. Can I get your second rouse check, please? See, I'm doing this thing where instead of making you do 3, I'm having you do 2.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm sneaky like that.
Ooh, that's a failure.
So as you smell the blood that goes absolutely everywhere in the warehouse, increases your hunger. Of course, these dock workers are mortals. How would you like to handle that? Accidents happen, but you are a vampire.
Accidents do happen, but I have a particular way that I like to feed, and grabbing some poor sweaty bastard who happens to be a bit of a butterfingers isn't really going to satiate the way I like to. So I might need to make a quick trip before Elysium.
You know, of course, this blood will be provided at Elysium. There will also apparently be vessels provided by Kalschrecht. But I'll allow you to go before if you'd like. Do you do what I meant is I should be more specific. Do you do anything to correct these dock workers?
I'll go up to the dumbass that dropped the crate all over the floor.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's this is. I mean, some of these coolers they're really wet. They travel a long way or something. You activate all? Yeah. Its attention's on you.
Good. You're listening. I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to hope it gets through that thick skull of yarn. You do that again, and you might not like where you end up.
Yes, of course. Yes, chef, of course, which means boss.
Good boy. Clean it up. Now!
Yeah, and he starts yelling, did anyone have the cat sand? Cat sand! And he starts running around the warehouse looking for something to clean it up with.
Swear to God, if you want to get something done, you got to do it your fucking self.
Yeah,
mutters.
That's fair. That's a fair enough point, especially when you're considering supplying blood to the Prince of Vienna. Moving over to Kurt. Hi, Kurt. In your office, inside of this warehouse, you're above where all of this is going on. Business is busier and better than ever now that you don't have to go hunting down those whom you extort for blood. And now when someone
Convenient.
And now when someone doesn't pay, the threat of Dahlia's little shop of horrors in the back is enough to convince them to open a vein right here in your office. Can you describe for me how Kurt would have decorated said office?
Decorated? You mean like personal touches?
Yeah, or anything that would you make it an intimidating office? Is it more comfortable for you? What is the vibe? What is the aesthete here?
See, well, because of the nature of Kurt's undeath, he likes a lot of deep shadows. There's nothing bright here. It wouldn't matter if you walked in here in the middle of the day. Not that Kurt would be here if you did. It always looks like it's, fresh out of the Godfather opening scene. Deep pooled shadows, small spots of light from muted lamps. Nothing too bright and nothing direct at all. It's furnished, I think, probably in mid-modern Italian. Lots of overstuffed leather, big glass smoked-top desk. Very, very intimidating.
That plays as well into your mask as well. I believe you have the mask of an Italian investor of some kind, yes?
Yes, exactly. And this desk is enormous. There is clearly a right side of this desk to be on and a wrong side of this desk to be on. And anyone who's not Kurt is on the wrong side of this desk.
Correct.
And he wants them to know that.
Well, that is absolutely the vibe that this office gives off. This is Kurt's office, and if you have to be up in this office for any reason, you're in trouble. So could you give me your nightly rouse check, please, Kurt?
It's absolutely necessary.
It is, unfortunately. That is a failure. It puts you at 2 hunger.
It is a failure, 2 hunger. That's okay. I kind of like it. Little,
Yeah.
little
A
edge to the
Lasombra
night,
wanting to
little
ride their
song.
beast? That's crazy. As you pour over some
What
of
you
this
mean?
strange accounting from Bratislava, blood types, liter size, some of them questionable to say the least, the door to your office is kicked open, and you immediately get hit with the smell of fresh vitae. Can you make me your second rouse check, please?
With great delight.
Uh-oh.
That is 3 hunger.
Hell. Ah,
Your contact, Liza, is forcing someone into this room, someone with a knife pressed into their ribs and a broken nose positively gushing with blood. And you recognize them after a moment. It's Egon, the Anarch Tremere who stiffed you a few months ago. But either Egon is the squishiest Tremere in Vienna, or he's a liar.
cannot both be true.
I mean, yes, but he's actively bleeding, and apparently being threatened with a knife to the ribs is enough to get him into your office.
Liza, get in here and shut the door. What's the meaning of this?
She kicks the door with her boot, closes it. She's still holding him, one arm behind him, another knife in his ribs. And she says, I found him for you, boss. Took me long enough.
Well, well, well. So nice to see you again.
He spits a bunch of blood onto your floor that was pooling in his mouth. Yeah, only took you 7 months to find me.
We're not punching time clocks here.
Well, some of us
Nicely
have-
done, Liza. Where did you find him?
You know, there's this really cool club. Maybe you don't know. Well, there's this really cool club that I like to go to with my friends, and I just happened to see him smoking outside.
I see smoking. And what's all this?
And he spits some more blood that keeps pooling into his mouth.
We'll get to that in a bit.
Blush of life, he says unconvincingly.
Yeah, I forget about that sometimes.
Can you make me a wits and insight?
Certainly can. And I even will.
Don't forget your 3 hunger.
Oh, I won't. Four successes.
He's lying. Badly.
What a what a shock. What a shock. I don't like mysteries that give me a bellyache. I'm going to emerge from behind the desk, stride over to him, and grip him by the lapels. I'm going to bring him really close.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to intimidate him into telling me the truth. You have exactly, statistically speaking, a 0 in 1 chance of leaving here alive if you don't tell me what the hell this is all about.
I won't require a roll for this because he's already afraid. You saw through his deception, and he says, I'm a thin blood. Duskborn? Runoff?
Disgusting.
Thanks.
Well, 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 well. That's 4 wells. That's 1 more well than I used when you walked in here under Eliza's escort. What shall we do with him, my dear? There are those who would pay a great deal for this information.
Look, I know I owe you big. I owe you a lot of blood.
You think?
I can get you blood. A lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Call it more plus interest.
Somehow, I think if I just let you waltz out of here, I'm never going to see you again. Now, why do I think that?
You can make me your ghoul.
Disgusting. No, 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 no. I think I have a better idea.
Look, I can get you a hookup. And I mean direct hookup. Good shit.
I'd be a fool to trust you. However, let's say that I accept your bargain. What assurances are you prepared to give me? This really ought to be outstanding.
You got an Elysium tonight, right?
Hmm.
Do you know why?
You mean apart from the usual ivory tower desire to see and be seen?
Yeah. Tonight's political.
All nights are political. This one just comes with bad attire.
Something like that. Yeah. Tonight, supposedly the prince is going to lay down a deal. Make peace with the anarchs, or make peace with people like me.
You're not people.
Well, thanks for that. More people than you.
I take that as a compliment.
If Leopold lays down the deal with us, that's a pretty good direct blood supply, because there's more of us than you know. More of us than he knows.
I'm listening.
You don't have to, whatever shady hookup that your friend has down in the warehouse, coming all the way from out of country. Don't have to worry about that. It's right here, locally sourced. Isn't that a thing that rich people like?
Am I to understand that you're going to be in attendance at tonight's Elysium? Or someone like you is?
Someone like me, not me. Someone who definitely shouldn't be there, and she's only being there because she thinks she's some kind of a martyr.
Does this she have a name?
Yes, Katya.
Unoriginal, but that's all right.
There's a lot of Slavics here. What are you gonna do?
Look where we are. Eastern Europe or something, I don't know.
I can give you more information if you do decide not to make me your little plaything and let me go.
I'm a busy kindred, and I don't have time to mess around with you this evening. I've still got to get presentable for the soiree. So look, here's what we're going to do. Let's pretend, for the sake of this conversation, that you're going to do as you're told, and let's pretend that I'm going to let you do it. Liza's going to follow you back to wherever it is you go to get cleaned up, and you're going to get cleaned up, and you're going to stay there until I call you tonight.
I thought your kind can't use phones. Or are you being hyperbolic?
You let me worry about that.
If you say so.
Liza, get his number, send it to me through the usual channels. Keep an eye on him. If he runs, hurt him considerably.
She smiles
Don't
very
kill him.
broadly. My pleasure.
Maybe bring some of your friends over to play, just in case he gets ideas.
She literally kicks him in the ass as she boots him out the door, back down the stairs, to the opposite end of the warehouse from where Riot is dealing with a spill. Moving over
I'm
to...
just pretending I didn't hear that crash down there. I don't want to
You're
know.
going back to your papers to be like, all right, I think 10 liters from a single vessel is too many liters. I think that's like either a clerical error or someone is in trouble. Moving over to Dahlia. Inside your conservatory, Dahlia, although you didn't bring Burke back to Schrecht, as was your personal mission, the prince still awarded you this domain, and for whatever reason, you were granted some Tremere acolytes under you to learn about your particular study of this cannibalistic strain of botany. So can I get your nightly rouse check, please?
Yes, let's see. I am good.
Wonderful. Now, you have some students here, two students in particular, Lars and Christoph, and they are very eager to feed your flower bed. They're very excited for this. But do you allow them to do so?
I think at this point, we've been working together a bit. For some time, I did not allow them to do such. But tonight, I think will be their first night that they get to try for themselves.
Tonight is a special night for them.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
So how do you instruct them to do it? Like, do you have them make sure they take a special like reverence for this act? Walk me through it.
So, in order to feed the Viscera Garden, we need the special plot of land that we have. We do need some not so pleasant things, corpse, some blood. We get all of that together, and then you'll see around there's some ritualistic runic things around, just little dabbles here and there, and the area is probably like everything else in this conservatory. It's a bit messy. Dahlia isn't the most organized individual, but this particular area where the actual like blood addicted plants are, this area is very clean, meticulous. Everything has its place, and
Some
she
method
makes
to the madness here.
exactly, and she makes sure that they follow the instructions that they've watched for the past few nights, and make sure that they go through with each meticulous little part of this ritual. So she watches over.
Yeah. Lars has a torso from a corpse that they have procured from hope from about to say ethically sourced. You hope sourced somewhere that won't break the masquerade. But he's struggling carrying it because the state of decomposition that it's in. It's actually quite heavy at this moment, and he's sort of struggling with it. And he's like, and now, Lady Dahlia, yeah, now throw it in the now.
Yes, just make sure that it does none of the bits get anywhere, please. Thank you.
And he puts it, and he sort of tries to place it gently into the plants, and you watch the plant bed sort of start writhing and folding inwards to where this torso will be. It's almost like shrieks and cries of joy and ecstasy as it starts closing in over the torso and dragging it down into the soil and feasting upon it. Greedy, to say the least. And
Of course.
Christoph is all so delighted, almost he starts clapping.
As does Dahlia. She doesn't clap, but you see like almost a mad scientist. She watches this happen and just this grin on her face as the plants are well fed.
And Christoph, who was clapping, asks you, and so how, like, just out of curiosity, how much do you actually use the plant? Like, if things go bad in the warehouse and the spooky guy up in the office, like if someone he doesn't like, do you just come down here and just start chopping up body parts and feeding it to the plant?
Oh, you'd be surprised how many times we would call for the plants. Yes, it is a great way to take care of something that doesn't quite go the way you would want it to, and that can be often.
Yes, and I suppose it saves from the masquerade, unless someone was to come in here, of course. I just find it so incredibly fascinating. It's thank you, Dahlia, for bringing us here, for teaching us all of this. It is so much nicer here than inside the chantry.
Well, don't tell the rest of the Tremere that, but I do hope to eventually take these learnings and bring them to the chantry, of course. It's all still a work in progress, though. Still things to learn and explore. It's a rather new experimentation from our clan.
Is there a reason why you're not in the chantry?
Oh, well, I seem to be working here a lot with my coterie, so I find it more useful to be here.
Christoph sort of slyly smiles at you. Are you working on something for Mr. Schrecht?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. It seems that the people that he keeps in his inner circle are always the ones who are never in the chantry.
Mr. Schrecht and I do have a lot of business that we handle together. Yes.
And I see you have mastered his art of monosyllabic answers.
Of course. And you two will learn. It's more of a Tremere thing than anything.
Lars and Kristoff, they head off back to sort of the area where you keep these corpses, sort of a cold room, let's call it, cold storage, so they can get to chopping some more. They want to do some experimentations. They want to see the reaction of the plant if you feed it just a small amount to opposed to a large amount, how long it takes to decompose, to be consumed. They're chatting amongst themselves. And as you sort of watch them walk away, or maybe consider following them, get yourself ready for Elysium later tonight, you realize that there's someone standing here in the conservatory with you.
Oh. I take a look over at who it might be.
You know exactly who it is. It is clanmate of yours, Irma Kovash. She is the one who instructed you to bring Burke to Schrecht several months ago.
Ah, yes. I smile at her.
She's very beautiful. She's tall. She's wearing entirely black. It's black hair as well. And you smile at her, but she doesn't smile back.
Yes, Dahlia knows that she is probably not happy. But we haven't spoken in all of these months, so she's been kind of avoiding her.
No, she's not happy. She's rarely ever happy. And she sort of strides over to you. She's wearing very wide-legged pants, sort of swish when she walks. And she says, Dahlia, you haven't gotten yourself ready yet for Elysium.
Oh no, I was just teaching the kids a few things, but I was just about to get myself ready.
Yes, your plant fascination, of course. I have something that I need to discuss with you before you go to Elysium.
Yes.
Perhaps you've been too busy digging around in the soil to have noticed that Leopold does not share the confidence of our clan the way he did once. Someone's been whispering in his ear, I'm not sure who, poisoning him against us.
It unfortunately doesn't surprise me.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, from my own experiences, even with my own coterie, the Tremere in general of the city are not always looked the best upon.
Yes, and I'm sure that your coterie and their own disagreements with the Tremere aren't helping with that either.
Exactly.
I did hear about your little tiff with the Princess Malkavian.
It was unfortunate, yes. We have had many disagreements since then.
Well, perhaps you can get back into the good places of the Chantry and of Heschrecht by making sure that tonight at Elysium, the prince agrees to align with the Thin Bloods over the Anarchs.
Thin Bloods, How does that benefit us?
Is that a serious question? Well, let me spell it out for you. Acolyte. Anarchs are very easily manipulated, useful. They're full of rage and they're unable to know exactly where they should point it towards. Oh, that we can do that. We can point them towards where we want them to be angry at. The Thin Bloods. Now, of course, we could just slaughter them, but they have access to things that we don't. They can do things that we can't. And we can't have that. And there will always be more of them. We can't just slaughter them wholesale. It doesn't work. But if they were under the ivory tower, if they were under us, well, we could very easily bring them in. It's much easier than to do a catch and grab. You know what I mean, Dahlia.
I see, yes. And doing so with this Thin Blood siding, that will help get in the good graces, the Tremere once again. With the ivory tower, is that really the solution here?
It's your solution,
This
Dahlia.
the city once was a crown jewel for the Tremere. What happened?
Well, that we don't have time to talk about. I don't have time to teach you history, Dahlia. Once you get back into the good places and are allowed back into the chantry, well, then you can go and you can start reading and asking your questions. But until then, you can do this. Do you understand?
I understand.
Thank you. Oh, and I have something personal from Herr Schrecht for you. She holds out a blank piece of paper and a pen. Write your name on this.
You see a reluctant smile from Dahlia, knowing this is probably not good, but she's not going to go against Mr. Schrecht. So she stretches out her arm, perhaps a little nervous, and does as instructed.
You watch Yama take a lighter from her pocket. She lights the paper on fire. She puts the ashes in an errant bowl that you have here, observatory. She cuts her palm. She pours her blood into it. I would like another rouse check, please, as she does that.
Yep. All right.
And then I need the most unfortunate resolve and willpower roll from you.
Oh boy. Okay, I do get hungrier. That was a fail.
It's fine, so does she.
And that was, what was the roll?
Resolve and willpower.
Resolve and willpower. Let's
And you're sitting at 2
see.
hunger, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
That's not unmanageable. Roll well.
Roll. Okay, I got 2 successes.
With 5 successes.
Oh god.
You watch as the blood that she pours in gets sort of burnt out as it mixes with the ashes here, evaporates, so to speak. She turns back to you and she says, Herr Schreck sends his regards. Don't fail him again.
I will not.
And Dahlia, for my final roll before the coterie meet up, if you roll me an intelligence and occult or wits and occult, if that's higher for you, you'll know exactly what she did to you.
Yes, let's see. Intelligence and occult. Just with our XP, took another dot in occult. So I have a lot. Let's see. Oh my god. I guess I crit because I got 9 successes.
Yeah, you know exactly what this is. This is a fairly common punishment. At least you remember it in your fledgling days. You will not be able to feed this evening.
Oh boy. Great. So I'm at 2 hunger. Can't feed. It's not easy being a Tremere, everybody. It's not.
Just be happy it's just for one night. So, sorry, I'm mean.
Elysium.
So as that exchange ends, and Victoria, you return from the prince's private dance party, let's call it. You arrive at the warehouse. You can pass by. You see that Dahlia is sort of just standing there at conservatory looking concerned. You see Riot has scolding some of the workers here. You can see Kurt up where the very small window up here is, so you can gather everybody to have a discussion if you'd like as they're working.
It looks like everyone is having a terrible night, right? I'm just smiling.
We're having a great time.
I'm having a
time
great one.
here at the Ren Fair.
I walk up to Dahlia. Hey,
Hi,
what's
Victoria.
up? Hello. I see that you seem distressed.
Oh, just one of those evenings, but I should probably start getting ready for tonight, right, Elysium?
Yes, that's what I'm here to tell you about. Did you heard about it already?
Yes, through the grapevine, I've heard.
I see.
Do you have any more info on the evening?
I actually do. The prince wants to pick a side, and we are going to help him.
Oh,
Am I to understand everyone is here, or is it just you and Dahlia speaking? I'm so sorry, I missed that. I was cleaning up my
I
desk.
think in my mind it was just me and her, but
Okay, perfect.
you're the storyteller. I don't know. Since our last disagreement, I thought it would be nice to tell you that he wants my help and I want your help. So he wants your help because he wants my help.
So
You know what I mean?
he wants help. I see. Well,
Mhm.
I would want nothing more than to help Prince Leopold.
Of course.
What is it that his goals for the evening are?
I believe not to create a great mess in the city, not make things break, split up, have chaos, nothing like that. He just wants to enjoy his evening with me.
Well, then I should probably get my best dress for the evening.
Yes.
Well, perhaps we should let the rest of the crew know, the coterie. I'm going to...
Can I give you a hug?
She looks a little, you see, like she has like a double take when you say this.
It's a Brazilian thing. We hug people to make peace, you know?
When was the last time we hugged?
I'm not sure. If you count that night as a hug, like I was on top of you in some way, I don't know.
All right. Not many Tremere get hugs. You know, we might steal a hair or something for our experiment.
I just hug her. Like,
And she just kind of like, you know, like a cat is like not fully embracing the nice hug, but will eventually hug.
We can be
Perfect.
friends,
Like,
Dahlia.
two little paws in her chest, like
Perfect.
Yep.
Yes. That night was sort of a hug. If you call going feral on Dahlia a hug. Sure. Yes, so the two of you, maybe while Victoria continues to attempt to give you little side hugs as you walk, you head into the warehouse, where I imagine Kurt has put on his Sunday best, let's call it, and Riot is making sure that everything is loaded into the truck for the Elysium tonight. That's the truck is leaving and the workers are gone as well.
yep.
Riot, do I want to know what that noise was? I don't, do I?
I took care of it, so I don't know why you have to.
I like those kinds of answers. Good evening. Is everyone here?
Yes. The gang's all here. I suppose the two of you have also heard the news of the evening, Elysium.
That there's going to be an Elysium? Yeah, we heard.
That much we know. Yes.
Apparently,
Well,
Victoria got
That's me.
a little instruction from the prince himself.
Yes.
Oh. You don't
oh,
say.
really?
Really?
Vicky.
Are we
Come on,
going to
come
be told about this little?
Oh, she's
You can ask
dying
me. I'm
to
waiting
tell
for
us.
you
She's
guys to
waiting for
ask
us
me.
to ask her.
Exactly.
Wow. What should we know, Vicky, that we don't know?
The prince wants to pick a side. Either he wants to side with the Anarchs or the Ten Bloods. And he wants us to choose.
These are lousy choices.
So the Thin Bloods are the Anarchs.
Yes, for some reason.
I'm going to regret asking this.
No, you're not.
Oh, I think you are.
Why does he want to pick from those two sides? What is he afraid of, Vicky?
I'm not sure.
I think that's true.
You see, it seems like he fears that the city might split up if he doesn't pick a side. He wants to either help of the Anarchs or either help or the Tin Bloods for, I don't know, the city
Split up?
I told you I don't know. I didn't ask. I was busy with him.
Okay, that I believe.
That makes a lot more sense
Mhm.
as to why we're just getting piecemeal here. All right, okay. So we need to help our dear prince figure out which side of the line he needs to come down on.
Yes.
Great.
What do you think? Dahlia, you are, well, at least 9 times out of 10 reasonable.
Well,
Sure about that?
my personal POV, Dahlia ignoring all the side comments, my personal POV on this is, well, I've heard things about how thin bloods are treated in other cities, and it doesn't quite sit well with me. What would happen to these poor little orphans? They're lost, cold.
This is the face.
Poor
This is the face
unfortunate
that
souls.
Riot is making.
Look, I got high manipulation, okay? My social skills. These poor, sad.
If you say
Little-
poor unfortunate souls, I'm gonna.
I will just walk into the sun.
So, look, I am not a big fan of the anarchs as a whole, the anarch movement. We have enough of that, is how I say. Enough of it. We are a Camarilla front, and if we bring in these poor thin bloods, I think that would actually be a plus for the Camarilla.
How?
We set a precedent for other cities.
Or?
We
Don't
take
care
in thin
about
bloods.
other cities.
That Vienna should absolutely continue to be a crown jewel of the Camarilla here in Europe. This is a great way for us to
Looking around the warehouse here, trying to imagine crown jewel. It's not working for me, Dahlia.
I'm just saying you asked my my POV. That's my vote.
I get what she's saying. It's not about the thin bloods. It's about not siding with the anarchs.
What
right?
Yes. What about the rest of you? What would be your vote? We should probably get everybody's thoughts before we actually head into Elysium. So, what would you all choose?
Riot, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah. What do you think?
You're asking a lot of questions today, Kurt. I like that.
Oh,
Anyway, Riot, what do you think?
Well, I mean, we at least the anarchs have considerable power behind them.
Okay.
so you're saying anarchs?
Not
That's your
really
choice.
interested, but-
That's the end of it. I mean, what at the end of the day, what is it that the Ten Bloods actually have to offer us? Besides, I don't know, do they even have numbers?
It's hard to say. Most of them probably are scared to even show their faces.
That's
Because-
something that we could probably figure out tonight.
True. We could find out how many thin bloods show up or people who know of thin bloods in the city. Look, they may not be right. The anarchs, they have this powerful front that they like to pretend to have. But I think the thin bloods could, if we have enough of them, they could have they're a hidden gem.
Here's my question.
No, you're exaggerating.
Tracy, does
I'm
Dahlia
really playing this thin blood thing real hard.
does
here.
actually
Tracy, you're doing so good.
does Dahlia actually believe what she's saying?
No, she doesn't.
That's a question for the dice, I believe.
Yeah.
So manipulation and subterfuge for Dahlia, and anyone who wants to see how much conviction Dahlia actually has can roll me wits and insight.
Like it would matter.
Let's roll. I'm going to willpower reroll one of my die here. So let me spend a willpower.
For
to-
one shot, go nuts.
Let's see.
But of course, the last time I said that, then Victoria almost tried to crash the car with everybody in it.
I don't know. I will also be willpower rerolling.
I only got 2 successes. So
I got one.
Uh-oh.
3 successes.
Dahlia appears to be, at the very least, not convinced of their own bullshit.
Dahlia, love. If you're gonna run your mouth, could you at least try to pretend like you believe the words that are coming out of it?
well, I'm just practicing for this evening when we're going to have to make our own cases. So I guess I'll work on it.
Who gave you the party line then?
This is just look, I don't particularly feel strongly about one side or the other, truly, the Anarchs versus the Thin Bloods, but I'm just feeling that the Thin Bloods would be a better option. So that's all I'm trying to convey here.
All right, so someone's got a vested interest in making sure the Thin Bloods get what they want. That's good to know.
Here we go again.
I decline to comment.
Uh-huh.
Well, Vicky, I'm sure we'd all be intrigued to know what you think.
Really, I don't know.
You just
He-
want
Okay.
the Prince once.
I just want to see what happens.
And the
We
prince,
need to figure out if the Anarchs have anything useful and if the Tin Bloods have anything useful. And I think that's it.
the prince wants us to help him decide.
Us, because we are a big family.
Yeah, us or you.
That's my way of saying I'm sorry for what happened a while ago, because I know that you all were kind of distressed by what happened, and that's why me and Dahlia are such good friends now. And I just pick her up like from a side hug.
She once again, like, kind of gets all frozen up like a cat while she does this.
Wishes that you could be a minister and crawl out of your skin. Shut up like a snake. Sorry. Victoria, would you make me a rouse check and roll me resolve and auspex, please?
Yes.
Oh.
Rouse check. A success in my rouse check, and the other roll was sorry again.
Resolve and your level of auspex.
Oh,
Dahlia's
my
hoping for
level.
every rouse check that they will have to make later to be a success, I'm sure.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to be an ugly night.
With this coterie,
4 successes.
4 successes. As you're speaking to everyone, as Kurt is sort of not giving their opinion of whether it should be Anarchs or Thin Bloods and asking everyone else's first, strategically or not.
Of course.
Letty's camera. Letty, keep your camera. Tell your camera to stop freezing.
I'm sorry.
You receive through the Malkavian hive mind, through the natural oracle ability that comes naturally to your blood. You see something in your mind's eye. You see shadow, a lot of it, forming around the prince, enveloping him. And then it's almost like your eyes are splattered with blood as you come back to yourself in this conversation.
Are you good? Are you having another?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
And for the record, Victoria was staring at Kurt the entire time as they were having this premonition.
I keep looking at him like just wide eyes. Just
Look, I know it's a really fashionable suit and you're not used to seeing me this way, but
what's your opinion, Kurt?
I don't really much care which one the prince chooses. I'm much more concerned about this idea that the prince seems to believe the domain is about to get ripped apart by something or someone that we don't know about yet, or maybe don't know about. The fact that the prince needs to pick from between these two really miserable choices bothers me a lot more than which one he picks.
You should ask him about that.
We'll see what kind of mood he's in. Or maybe
He's in a
you'd like
good
to
mood
introduce
tonight.
me. I mean, we've met on occasion, but we're not like on a first name basis, right? Then maybe you'd like to, present us all,
Mm-hmm. Of course.
since you seem to be such good friends.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Excellent friends. Before all of you head to Elysium, we are going to pause here for our break. Hello, everybody. We're back from our bio break. The coterie have made their way to Elysium after learning that Prince Leopold is forcing the coterie, is forcing too strong of a word, to help him choose between allying themselves with the Thin Bloods and the Anarchs. Dahlia seems very firmly set on siding with the Thin Bloods. Riot leans more so towards the Anarchs, but Kurt has both not given an answer to that question and is more concerned about why Prince Leopold is so fervently for choosing a side, why he fears that the city might be torn apart, which is a very apt question that no one has asked the prince. So, as you all make your way into Elysium, it's as I described for Victoria. It is very Baroque and luxurious. It is the old summer palace of the Habsburgs. And there's quite a few kindred in this main ballroom area that you are escorted into as you actually make your way into the palace. But not as many as there have been in previous Elysia. You notice that a lot of the Primogen are not here. It seems to be just the main court of the prince and a few people that you don't know. And these might be these envoys or representatives of the Anarchs or the Thin Bloods, as you were told would be there. So, starting with Kurt. Who is it that you would like to speak with? And I can tell you everybody who's at this Elysium, but who on the top of your mind would you like to speak with here? Talking to you, Kurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did we?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
I got you.
Okay.
I'm back. I got you.
Okay.
Who
Who
is
do I
it?
want to talk with?
Yes.
Nobody.
Nobody. Well, nobody is a
However-
valid answer.
However, we've met some of these individuals before, right?
You have. You've, at the very least, in our last part of this, you met the Ventru Herald Gustav Sammel. He is also here. Yes, is a great way to describe him. He's a corporate tycoon. Ooh, can you roll me wits and politics?
Got to be somebody else here I can talk to.
If you'd roll me wits and politics, since you do know Gustav, let's see what else you know. There's plenty of people to talk to.
You bet. Sure. Let's see. And of course, the hunger dice.
Yes, you're still
Right,
at 3
thanks a
hunger.
lot for that.
You did not feed. You did not
Nah.
kill Egon, even though he was.
I heard there
bleeding.
would be refreshments.
Yeah, there
That's what I
are
heard.
refreshments here, and
I hear these things.
I'll get right to talking about the refreshments that are here.
3 successes.
Yeah, with 3 successes, you know Gustav Sammel. He's a corporate tycoon, but you also would have heard that he despises Leopold and his vanity, and you know that he is very close to the seneschal, who is also a Ventru, named Teresa von Habsburg, and they are very often whispering to each other, saying things that aren't so kind about the prince.
And Teresa usually seems the more dangerous of the two. How is the Primogen dressed?
Well, the Primogen who are here, there's only 2 of them, the Nosferatu Primogen and the Tremere Primogen.
Only 2?
Only 2 are here.
That seems unusual.
That seems strange. The Nosferatu Primogen is here, Jakob Eisenberg. He is dressed almost like a beggar on the street. He's dressed not at all appropriately for Elysium, and he's sort of sitting in the corner. He's not super interested in what's going on here, but he is here. And the other is Dr. Irma Kovacs. She's dressed all in black. She's wearing black sunglasses as well, and she is very close to the prince in proximity to him.
I'm going to go talk to the Nosferatu Primogen.
Perfect. Victoria,
Um,
who would you like to
I
speak
would
with?
like to follow him.
Well, that makes that super easy for me. What about you, Dahlia?
Yes, so I see Dr. Kovash there. I just kind of, I don't say like, I don't, no pleasantries, just kind of like a nod their way. And I,
Now, for example, would you like to see if you see anybody here that you don't recognize?
yeah, I'll take a look around and see who's around that I might not.
You see three people you immediately don't recognize. You see a woman in her 40s with curly blonde hair that's dressed fashionably but conservatively. She's sort of just standing around. You see another woman with short dark hair. She seems to be perusing over the vessels. You don't recognize her as well. And then you see another woman in her 60s, you think, dressed very plainly. She's wearing, I can't call it a Trommelfrau dress, sort of like an old-timey dress from like the 50s. And she's just sort of standing there looking like a complete fish out of water.
I would approach the fish out of water.
Okay. And lastly, Ryan.
Well, I would like to see, I guess, similar to Dahlia, if there's anyone new and interesting here, or, oh, I don't know, maybe a familiar face that I might have encountered.
Yes. You see the woman with the curly blonde hair dressed conservatively is here, Petra, as she introduced herself. And the other two that I mentioned, the one perusing over these vessels that were supposedly procured by Karl Schrecht, and this woman in a sort of a 50s housewife dress. Everyone else you would recognize the sheriff and the harpy and the keeper of Elysium and all that.
And the fact that, like, only 2 primogens are here.
Yes. The Nosferatu and the Tremere primogen. Nice.
Super don't like any of that. That doesn't seem weird at all.
No, not really.
I just, like, guys, does anyone else remember that one episode of Game of Thrones where Marjorie realized that shit was about to go real bad because
Oh,
the
God.
key players weren't here? That's immediately where my brain went. Just letting you know that.
Yeah,
But
there
you're
are-
the
there
key
are
players,
There are
and
two
you're here.
Primogen. Count them too.
Yeah. It's giving, it's, yeah.
And for
Anywho.
anyone wondering, Karl Schrecht is not here.
Oh, that's worse. Oh, that's worse. Huddy, that's worse. Do you see how that's worse?
He's a busy man. He never
very
shows up
busy.
to these functions.
Great. I think upon realizing, like, doing a little head count, Riot kind of phrases and then looks over at Kurt. Can I make eye contact with Kurt?
I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, it's very much like, I think there's a silent conversation here. It's like a lot of like eyebrows and like head tilts and nods.
It's kind of like it's kind of like inside baseball without the baseball, right? A lot of hand signals, gestures.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to my new friend.
To Petra. Sure. All right. So let's start with Kurt and Victoria. You both are making a beeline right towards the Nosferatu Primogen. Well, I should clarify. Kurt is making a beeline to the Nosferatu Primogen. Victoria's playing Shadow, which is funny
Yes.
because he's a Lasombra, but chish. So, Jakob, the Nosferatu Primogen, he's wearing a baseball cap, and it has some sort of American baseball team on there. You're not sure which one. He's
What's the difference?
because here in Europe it's very common to see NFL and MLB stuff, even though they don't know what it is. They're sort of he's leaning against one of these softer plush chairs, sort of slumped into it, and he is just looking from underneath the visor of his baseball cap and watching everything as he sees you approach.
I just look at Kurt like,
I'll give Vicky just the sweetest smile.
Jakob looks up at you, Kurt, and you see his face. It's very gray and mottled, and his eyes are almost jaundice. And he says, "What can I do for you tonight, Keeper?"
Well, that depends, of course, Primogen. I've been remiss. I haven't made my formal introductions to you. I'd like to amend my oversight, if that's okay.
If you must.
I must. Kurt Bancroft.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm bothered telling you. You already know who I am.
I do. I know who you are. I know who your daddy is. I know who his daddy is.
I dare say you know the same for everyone in this room.
I dare say that it's a good bet.
Hmm.
Is there something that I can help you with this evening, or you
I
just
do. No. You know perfectly well we never start conversations on random. My coterie mate, Victoria, Vicky,
Hi.
Hello.
great admirer of the Nosferatu clan.
Yes.
Who isn't?
I mean, what can be said that has not already been said? She was wondering if you could tell us a little something about the history of the Tremere clan in Vienna.
Yes.
Is that really what you were wondering, Victoria?
It is. I just made a friend, a Tremere friend. And I wanted to have something to talk with her about, you know?
Which is exactly why I am asking this question, Primogen. And what's more, given my clan's, shall we say, position in this court,
If you want to call it that, sure.
as though I have a choice, I am prepared to pay for the privilege.
Sure. Pay for the privilege of a history lesson. Do I get that right?
Or my coterie mate.
And you're gonna pay the bill.
I will owe you, yes.
Good. I already know what I want.
Yeah, what a shock.
History lesson for the prince's little oracle.
On the history of Tremere in Vienna. No special reason.
Well, the history of the
I'm gonna look. Where the heck is Dahlia?
Dahlia's busy.
Oh, good.
He sort of makes a flourish with his hand. Tremere had a really sweet spot east of here, and they messed that up. Then they came west of there to here, and then they decided to get too big for their britches, and the humans didn't appreciate that too much. So they decided to take them down in some sort of big corporate, I don't know the terminology, blowout. And now they are scraping around, bowing and scraping before the prince, trying to get the prince on his good side. They think they're hot shit, but they're not hot shit no more. How's that, Maestro? Good enough for a history lesson?
Is that why Dahlia keeps talking like about the city? I look at Kurt.
I think you left out a few things like the big firework, but that's okay. I can fill you in later.
Big firework?
The
Yes,
point.
that will satisfy. And I am now officially, in a minor way, in your debt.
Great. A little rat whispered to me that the prince is going to be, and he looks at you, Victoria, using you to determine his big, let's call it peace treaty tonight. I'd like a vote for the Thin Bloods, please and thank you.
Okay. I'll take a note on that.
No, that's what I want. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
note, it's you do it because that's what I said. You got your history
Right.
lesson, now you do what I say. Simple
Okay.
enough.
What? Okay.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Vicky, let's
Let's
go take a
find
stroll around the
something.
room.
Yeah.
Kurt will offer Victoria his arm.
Perfect.
I grab it.
Can I take it as read that you're taking a stroll around the room to the vessels so that Kurt can
Yeah,
have something
any
to
place
eat?
else. Any
Yes.
place else to here. I mean, doesn't matter where, just not here. But
Perfect.
vessels are great. Yeah.
Yeah, Huddy, I would like to activate high senses in my hearing just to I don't know if I pick up anything like any interesting conversation
Well,
in this
what-
walk around, but
I mean, not that it's incredibly loud in here, but when you activate heightened senses, everything opens up, right? So you'd have to make me a resolve and aspects roll in order to be able to pick out
Okay.
exactly what it is that you're looking for.
perfect.
So you do that. Dahlia, you wanted to speak to the woman in the... Did you want to speak to the woman by the vessels or the woman in the 50s dress? Excuse me, I forgot.
The one in the 50s dress.
Okay. The one in the 50s dress. She looks like an Oma, which is the German word for grandmother. And she's sort of just standing there. She's sort of looking around. She's not entirely sure what she should be doing here. She has completely white hair that's short. And how do you approach her?
She looks like out of place, so Dahlia will just approach it. Is this your first Elysium?
She spins around immediately when she hears your voice. And she says, yes, this is my first Elysium.
I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting. I'm Dahlia, a Tremere.
I'm Katja Vogel. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So, are you new to the city?
No, I'm not. No, I've been here for many years. Many years.
Oh. And I've been to a few of these types of events, of gatherings, and I just haven't seen your face. So I was curious.
I would never. I'm an invited guest.
Oh, invited guest.
Yes, I'm a duskborn.
Ah. And
Do you
an
make
eyebrow,
that face?
just an intrigued, an eyebrow of raises of intriguedness. And she, a duskborn. So I assume you've heard the rumblings of the evening affairs, what we'll be discussing this evening.
Yes, I am the only one who would agree to come here. All of us are far too afraid of retribution from the Ivory Tower. But if I don't come back, then at least they will know that they must flee or fight.
Understandably so. That's very brave of you to be here this evening.
Thank you.
Let it be known that I take your side in this debate. I would prefer to see Thin Bloods have a place here in the city rather than be outcasted and potentially killed, and it doesn't sit well with me.
Dahlia, was it? Yes?
Yes, Dahlia.
I am not so foolish to not have noticed that some of the kindred here have taken to kidnapping my kind off the street. Your eagerness to align with those of us that you would consider to be wrong makes me wary of you.
Well, I will say one thing. Every choice, every decision, everything, it's meant to be wary. You're meant to be wary of every choice, every decision, but that doesn't make it any more or less a favorable decision in your favor. I think what I'm trying to say is I understand. I understand you're wary, and me being so eager to take your side, rightfully rightfully for you to be concerned. That doesn't mean I'm going to not do it one way or the other. I would rather see Thin Bloods have a place in the city than Anarchs.
Yes, and perhaps it is just I who do not understand all of the politicking of this city, but I thought it seems an easy solution. Align, make agreement and peace with the Anarchs, and simply the Thin Bloods will be with the Anarchs, and then there will be no issues. But I think something else is at play here, and you are helping more pieces fall into place with your outpouring of support.
I'm curious, and what did you say your name was again?
Katja Vogel, Vogel like a bird,
Katya.
like you are a flower.
Very pretty name. Yours and mine. I am curious, Katya, if you have spoke with anybody else this evening, if there are any others who seem to be eagerly taking support to your side, like myself.
Oh, yes. And she looks over at Dr. Kovash.
Of course.
She is almost as eager as you.
Any others?
No others have deemed to speak with me. And you can roll me what's an insight.
Yes, actually. Let's see. What's an insight? I'm going to use my real dice. This
calls for the physical dice.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. What's an insight? Okay. 1, 2 successes.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to speak with others and get their POVs and see where their support lies. I can tell you're not. I can see your hesitancy.
What you are trying to say is you can tell I'm not stupid.
Well, you're here, so I mean.
I'm here because I would rather it be me than any of the others. They still have what do you say, unlives to lead. I've led an unlife for a while. Enough, anyway, in this in-between space. I'll leave you with this, Dahlia of Clan Tremere. The things that you do, whether it matters to you or your soul or not, the people that you hurt are still people. And she turns away and walks away from you.
Dahlia just takes a small sigh there and walks toward the rest of her coterie.
Dahlia's never hated Thin Bloods more than this night. Riot.
Yellow.
You go over to Petra. She is over by where the blood that was delivered is sitting in goblets and wine glasses and things of that nature. And she's partaking of some. And she sees you and she doesn't quite smile, but she doesn't sneer either.
Just sort of give her like an eyebrow.
So, this isn't very impressive. I was expecting an Elysium to be very grand.
So you're not the only one. And from what I know of the prince, he's Right'll kind of point to the like it's grand, it's baroque, it's gilded shit, but it's subdued.
Very.
From what little I know of the prince, he's usually a bit more opulent than this. So that doesn't bode well tonight.
Well, he's certainly acting like a hedonist. But,
Well, he's a rose, so what are you going to do about that?
I wouldn't really know.
Here's the thing, though. You might have a problem.
I have many problems. Would you care to be more specific?
Oh, it just seems that for some reason the how did I say it? The Duskborn sympathies seem to be deeply rooted in this little court here.
Well, there's a reason for that, I'm sure. But I certainly hope that it doesn't swing that way. It won't be good for anyone as far as I'm aware.
As far as you're aware. And where does this awareness come from?
Look, I really shouldn't be telling you this, but I kind of like you, and I kind of hope that eventually you'll see that we are the better side, despite what I'm about to say. There's a division, let's say, in the Anarchs. There's some who believe that we should burn everything down, and the only way to get what we want is to take it out, or a war of ages, if you will, on the street. Or there's some of us who think that we should parley and be democratic and meet them at their own level. I happen to be one of those people. Of course, we are in the minority.
You know, from what I understand, the burn it all down rarely works because ashes, they don't make very good foundation.
Yes, but their leader over there says things like, burning down forests so it can grow anew, and she has all of these flowery words. She's a bruja. You know her.
Oh, she's one of those.
She is.
Gross. I hate that for you.
I mean, look, it is what it is. I hope that Leopold has a brain behind those baby blues and chooses an appropriate side. Choosing the Sinbloods will only serve one clan, and it's certainly not the Roses.
No. From what I understand, it's the clan that usually tries to claw their way to the top. You can really only serve one master around these parts, from what I understand.
From what I understand,
like
they
anyone.
used to only serve one master. Something changed, I think.
I just figured that I'd give you a warning. I don't think this night is going to turn out the way anyone expects.
I think, and she looks over at the woman in the the 50s dress, and she goes, I don't think that either of us came here with any expectation that we would leave.
No. What do you know about things on this side of the aisle, darling? How the court is set up and all that?
Well, again, you're going to have to be more specific, but I assume it is like most courts that I've heard about. Mostly from clans like yours. Traveling clans, Why?
Well, see, the thing is, for an Elysium, from what I understand, it is commonplace that every single head of every single clan is meant to be here.
Yes. Well, perhaps they, what is it that they say? They're voting in absentia.
In absentia. All right. If you're not here to cast a vote, you don't have to cast.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they just don't care, or perhaps they have received the similar information that I have, that should things go wrong, they'll go really wrong.
See, it's that last bit that I have the most concern about. Because if I've learned one thing about the elders in the tower, they will always look out for their own skin.
Certainly. A vote for the Anarchs. As far as I now my sources may not be perfect, but they are pretty reliable as far as I'm aware. A vote for the Anarchs will ensure that this Elysium ends as nicely as it began, if that's how you'd like to call it. I'd call this rather boring. A vote for the Thinbloods, and essentially is declaring open war on the Anarchs, and they'd like to make the first shot.
Of course they would.
You can bring that back to your coterie or your prince. He doesn't really want to talk to either of us, and again, she looks over at this other woman in the 50s dress. He's only looking for his little doll to make the decision.
Of course. I think this information needs to be passed up the ladder, as they say.
Oh, she's the ladder to pass it up.
Here's the thing, though. It's a nice cage, this tower is, but it's still a cage. And could be, I'd be willing to spread my wings.
Well, side with the Sinbloods then, and you're in the perfect position to take out someone of high importance to the Ivory Tower right here. Take your pick.
Well, that's that kind of power. That's not something that I'm terribly interested in. I'm being honest with you. It sounds like a lot of work.
Revolution is a lot of work. That's true.
I only mean that maybe if things go sideways, if things go pear-shaped as we're here, and you need to make a quick exit, maybe we could keep an eye out for each other.
If things go tits up, I'll look for your tits.
I like you.
I like you too. I think if you really do want to spread your wings, we'll get along famously.
Let's see how this night rolls and how we survive it.
That's all we can do is live from night to night.
Miss? Riot will kind of give a nod and look for the rest of the coterie.
Rest of the coterie. Victoria, your roll, please.
3 successes.
3 successes. What exactly information are you looking for? What do you think?
I'm looking for people picking sides.
Well,
I heard there's Nosferatu picking a side, so I don't know her.
you hear
Maybe
some
something else.
whisperings from Gustav and from the Harpy. They seem to be on the side of the Anarchs, even though they find it to be distasteful. In fact, the consensus in the room seems to be less discussing Thin Blood or Anarch, like this is some sort of, like popularity contest. It seems to be more that the prince is completely off his rocker. There's no way that this should even be something considered in the Ivory Tower. That seems to be the consensus of the room.
And where is the prince and all of that?
He is to the left of Dr. Iama Kavosh. He is lounging on a chaise lounge. He's wearing he looks like something off of a supermarket romance novel, if anyone's old enough here to know what those things are. With billowy
Oh dear.
shirt. Yeah. He's got blonde hair. Yeah. I'm blanking. I'm trying to remember the name of the really famous guy who was the blanking. on his name.
Fabio.
Thank you.
Oh my
Blanking on his
God.
name. He's very Fabio-esque, except not nearly as built.
Where to begin? Okay.
I don't even.
But Kurt and Victoria are in conversation as Kurt is making his way to the vessels.
We are. We're gonna have a little drink. We're gonna have a little chat.
Would you like to have a
Right,
chat or a drink
Dave.
first?
I mean, can't we do both?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard
I'm
to talk to
good,
someone's
so
throat
it's
in
up
your
to
mouth.
you.
I don't think that's true either. But Vicky runs in different circles than Kurt, so maybe that could be a challenge. I'm not sure.
This is the storyteller asking if you want to drink or you want to talk first.
No, I think it's definitely time to have a drink with
Okay.
Three Hunger and the way this place looks. Yeah.
Perfect. Can Victoria and Kurt roll me wits and medicine as you approach the vessels and the woman who's
Medicine.
inspecting them? That seems like a bad roll for the vessels, I think.
Ooh, man. This is not a great roll. No successes.
2 successes?
Victoria, the vessels seem like wrong. They're extremely lethargic. Like, no, you've been around the prince enough, you know that he likes his vessels rather lively. He doesn't require or ask them to be imbibed with anything. But they can't even hold their own heads up. They're falling all over this elongated couch here, and they are completely out of it. They've been drugged, or someone's just held their mouth open with a funnel and poured a bunch of alcohol into it. Something is wrong here.
I did not intend to feed myself, but I stopped Kurt as we were walking towards them and just, there's something wrong with them. I can feel it. There's something wrong. They did something to these people.
The woman who
You
is
probably-
nearby, who was inspecting, the woman you don't know who's inspecting these vessels, she turns to you with a very big smile on her face and she says, They do seem to be a little bit out of it, don't they?
Yes.
Who is this exactly?
You don't know her. You've never seen her before.
You could feed on them and it could be very much fun, but you could not feed on them and be more fun.
Bert tightens his arm in Victoria's so that she doesn't, bolt or fly through the ceiling or whatever it is she may do, because
I
we've
can
met.
finish.
We've
I
met.
can finish.
We've met. Vicky. I have an unfortunate or perhaps fortunate habit of always knowing the most dangerous person in any room. And somehow they're always the one I want to stand closest to. So, no refreshments then. Is that it?
It's up to you. I'm not hungry.
Well, maybe I'm not either. How does your prince seem to you? And I'm saying this knowing this person can overhear us.
Okay, so
I
you are
wanna hear
still
what
near the vessels. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear. I want to see what reaction this individual has to whatever
Oh.
Victoria says next.
Sure.
I look at him. He seems hot.
Gonna be a long night. Okay.
Dahlia, you can join them as well at this point. Riot's still in conversation.
I see I joined at the right time of our dear coterie mate objectifying the prince. What else is
You
there?
roll me your wits and medicine.
That.
You can't feed, so you might actually take a second to look at them sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. Having some stomach problems this evening, so I cannot partake. 3 successes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This is more than someone gave them a bunch of drugs. Someone gave them lethal doses of something. They're slowly, probably, painfully dying.
I look to the 2. These vessels are on their way out. They aren't going to last the evening. So if you do want to partake, you might kind of expedite the inevitable for
The
them.
woman, when you say that, sort of turns to you and says, "Weren't these provided by the leader of your clan?"
Oh, that should I
Were they, Dahlia? And I pull Victoria even closer on my arm.
Well, perhaps. Actually, I have no slightly little excuse for what the Tremere are doing. Look, that's above my pay grade.
How convenient.
Dahlia, my sire once told me that trust is earned in drops and squandered in floods.
And
this the first drop?
And tell me, do you know everything that goes on in the hierarchy of your clan, Mr.
What about we
Kurt?
have
but I
a
don't
family
pretend to.
meeting? Like the 4 of us without
Yes, I think
these women? I'm sorry, but I don't know you.
It's okay. I don't know you either.
Exactly. How about what is Riot?
I think a coterie huddle is a good thing right now.
A coterie hug. A group hug.
Have we not done enough hugs this evening, Victoria?
No, that's
You are
not
almost
a thing.
hugging me right now, Kurt, but okay.
Yeah, but that's strategic. So, well,
Just let's go find her.
Riot, you see, is in conversation with, as I mentioned before, the conservatively dressed yet fashionable blonde woman in her 40s. They seem to be palling it up, having a good time.
I see.
I feel like the coterie also knows that Riot is a known flirt, so
Yeah.
this is not out of character at all.
Yeah.
you think? Okay.
You might come in when you hear them talking about tits. Literally.
I mean, it is good to be able to rely on something. So,
Oh, there they are. My favorite coterie.
Do you have another one?
you got more than one? I was about to ask.
Kotari business.
Have you been double timing, two timing us? Is that the word? Is it double or two?
I'll catch you later, Riot.
I'll see you later, darling. Heart.
So,
I'm wounded that you would ever make such a suggestion to me. How dare you, sir?
Where to begin? We don't have that kind of time, Riot. So let me sum up. No. Meanwhile, oh, wait a minute. I've always wanted to say this. Hang on. Let me get the idiom right. It's English. It's not my thing. The game is afoot. Did I get it right?
All right, Sherlock. What fucking game?
No idea
Exactly.
what you're
I loved
talking
those
about.
stories when I was young. So, yeah. So,
So, who was that you were talking with, Riot?
New friend of mine. Point of fact. Here's the thing. I know apparently for some reason this, at least two of the coterie, well, 1.5, might be on the side of our little dustborn companions. I thought it might behoove the rest of you to understand and know that. Well, let me go back a little bit. Did anyone else count the number of Primogen in the room this evening?
Yeah, I noticed right away. Only 2 of them showed up.
yeah. There's a dearth of Primogen.
Yeah. No, I noticed that as well. And it's just be paranoia on my behalf. But I feel like at a certain point, all of us in our unlife, that paranoia, when it starts to be true, it's not paranoia anymore. Rumor has it that the wrong choice tonight could be considered an outright declaration of war.
The wrong choice. And who's saying that this is the wrong choice? Was it your new friend?
New friend, just the general consensus and the fact that, again, there are only 2 Primogen in the room right now. I think someone's expecting shit to go badly tonight.
Well, I can tell you, I'm sure there's not going to be some people leaving the room this evening because the one over there, and I point to the older woman in the 50s dress, she, if things don't go her way, is expecting to die. So,
What?
Yes. If the Thin Bloods are not, she's a Thin Blood. If the Thin Bloods are not chosen to be sided with this evening, she's probably not making it past tonight. So that just goes to show you how things could go this evening.
So we're damned if you do, damned if you don't, is what I'm hearing here. It's great. I love this. I love this for us. Why do we keep getting mixed up in other people's bullshit? I was having a great time. I should have stayed in Bratislava. The fuck? What am I doing here? Jesus.
Well, war is generally not about who's right. It's about who's left. So let's assume for a moment that all this is true, or at least verifiable. Where does that leave us, Vicky?
We should probably ask the other Primogen that is here. What's her vote?
I can tell
Maybe
you.
it can give us a clue.
What did
Dahlia knows?
Yes, I'm curious what our Nosferatu leader. What was
How do
his
you
vote?
know that? How can you? Did you ask her?
I didn't.
I'm quite certain that our
So you don't know. You
I do.
think.
I do know. Okay, Victoria, I know.
So how you know?
Because I speak with other Tremere.
But when we speak earlier, you did not know that this was about the 10 Bloods and the Anarchs.
Do you want me to go ask her then?
No, I want you to answer
I
my
don't
question
really
because
think
we
that
are
it would
friends.
matter, would it?
I think the Primogen votes do matter. So what
The
did
ones who are here or the ones who aren't? Yeah.
what did the Nosferatu Primogen?
I didn't ask. I had another question for the Nosferatu Primogen.
Hmm.
In fact, I put myself into debt so that Vicky here, pulling her, a millimeter closer, could have a little history lesson about Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got a history lesson. Oh, one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't think this is
You are
one that you
avoiding
actually
the
like.
subject.
No, did you learn about the big boom, as we
The
call it?
fireworks.
Yes. This city did once have a wonderful chantry. We're rebuilding, though, and that's okay. We have always been loyal to the Camarilla, and that's the most important thing one can do here in the city.
That's the first thing you've said tonight that I actually believe. I like you more than you think I do, Dahlia.
You too.
I'm sure
And
you do.
if I can have honesty, I will overlook a lot.
Honesty from a Lasombra.
No,
Let's,
he's talking about you.
Look,
I've orchestrated revolutions and betrayals, but nothing is felt as perilous as this particular conversation.
look, we've all been dancing and dodging a lot. Myself, one of the biggest culprits. I understand that. We have a job to do tonight. We have a decision to make. It seems that some are on one side and some, if they don't get their way, are going to start a revolution. Oh, who would have thought? Are we willing and ready to fight for what we think is the right decision? I think I know what the right decision is. But you all have been kind of flip-flopping on your own, dodging the answer or dodging whatever you think is right or wrong. I'm the only one with actual conviction here, whether my conviction comes from who I work with or not.
You say that like it's a virtue.
I just wish that you all would be upfront with me about what you want for the city.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, love.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, No, Riot, you first.
Oh, I know, at least in my own undead little heart here, what I am hoping to get out of for tonight. First and foremost, is to be able to get out at the end of the night.
I don't disagree with that.
Well, I'm sure we'd all prefer to survive to see the next night.
You still
better.
did not answer the question, Dahlia.
Which question?
How did you know that this is going to be about Thin Bloods and the Anarchs?
Because
You told me you did not know.
just like you were informed by the prince in your private meeting, Victoria, I was informed by my Primogen.
But you lied to me.
I didn't lie. I just acted intrigued when you told me.
That's lying.
Are we really going to make accusations like that, Victoria, after what
Yes.
you did to me all those
Yes.
months ago?
Yes.
You betrayed me.
No, I did not. You did not give us the full information. I told you what I was going to do, and we have a fight. I'm being honest. You were not.
I don't think you are.
Okay, so ask me a question.
What is your real relationship with our prince?
I liked him. I told you already.
You liked him.
Yes.
Past tense? Or do
No,
you still
I
like him?
Him. I
Hmm.
still like him.
Like or love?
That's a tough question. Not
Isn't it,
because
though?
I'm not being honest, but because, oh boy, I'm
I
not
wasn't
trying
gonna
to
say
be
anything.
cringe or something, but what is love for us?
See, none of us can give straight answers. I'm not the only one.
So you have this conversation. I will allow you all, should you wish it, to speak to one more person here in this Elysium before something happens.
I think it's time to talk to the prince, isn't it, Vicky?
I agree with you.
I,
So
at the very
what
least, he
you
should be-
said, Dahlia, that the Primogen wants Tremere Primogen.
The Tremere Primogen wants to side with the Thin Bloods.
Okay.
That makes sense. And to be fair, colleagues, when I said I didn't know or didn't care, I was telling the truth. I don't really care who the prince side with. I'm much more concerned about the ulterior motive behind the choice. That's the
that
truth.
part.
Let's go find out about that.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's going to tell us, but I would love to know what he'll say.
We can certainly try.
Shall we, Vicky? Shall we, colleagues? I mean, if something's going to go down, I'd rather be standing next to him.
Me
Why
too.
not?
Fine.
What could possibly go wrong, Dahlia?
Possibly.
Actually, well, I
You got
might.
someplace else to be?
I might. You know,
Dahlia
I'm-
leaves.
I will just say, Storyteller, my goal in this last, before we make our final judgments, if there's anybody else in this room, and if not, maybe I'll join my coterie mates, but I'll do a quick scan. Is there anybody else that I feel I don't know if they have a side chosen? Because I know I have an inkling that who Riot talked to was Anarch. I talked to the Duskborn. I know the Primogen are here, but I'm I want to get somebody else to perhaps side with the Thin Bloods if there's somebody on the fence.
The
That would be my goal.
Not to make your night even worse. The only other person here in the court who you don't know much about because of the nature of who they are would be the Keeper of Elysium, Lisa Lotte-Kranz. She is a Malkavian.
Okay. You know what? I don't know if it's worth it. I'm just going to go with my coterie to the prince. I've done what I need
have
to
a
do.
gun this time.
Remind me to share some of my notes with you guys after this is over. Okay, so to the prince. The prince at the moment is laying with his white shirt open, his very tight slacks on, laying on this chaise-longue. He has a goblet of wine from Riot's circulatory system here. To his to his left is Dr. Irma Kavosh, and to his right is his sheriff, who is a Bruja. Her name is Helena Karg. And she looks bored, maybe is the correct term, or uninterested, or she doesn't really want to be here. She's an imposing woman. She looks like she's lifted a lot of weights when she could still breathe and could build muscle mass. And she is sort of standing, not sitting, just waiting for this to be over. Who would like to speak to the prince first?
All right, you are muted. Oh.
Oh no, I was just I was being a smartass. That's why I was muted.
I just walks towards him and do a smile bow and be like, "Good
He
evening."
Smiles
my
at
prince."
you over his fangs sort of touch the glass of the goblet as he smiles at you. Drink some more of it down.
We this is my coterie, and I think they have a few questions that maybe if you are willing to, you can answer? I don't know.
He sort of makes a very loud and dramatic flare of, "Ugh." Sits up, hands the goblet to Dr. Kovash, and sort of leans forward on his knees. Yes.
I look at Kurt.
You're muted, Jason.
I'll look at you, Victoria, and I will finally relax my grip on your arm. I'll bow properly. My prince, I've spent a lifetime in the business of making enemies fear shadows that they cannot name. I don't come here as a stranger. I come as one who has long served order in the darker corners of the world.
That gets his attention. He does lean a little bit more closely towards you.
I've always believed, my prince, that conflict reveals character. I don't command armies, only shadows. But my coterie mate, Victoria, speaks of you with reverence.
And he winks at her.
Our understanding is that there are concerns you have about the foundations under our feet. We understand that there is a question that plagues you, and you seek guidance, opinions, input on resolving that question.
Yes. You are the coterie of Victoria, and therefore, if she would choose you, you must have worth and merit. Therefore, I leave the decision in your capable hands. Have you made it yet?
Well, that's the thing you fear, isn't it, my prince?
Careful.
My coterie mates have strong opinions on this matter. Very strong opinions. If you wish us to speak as a unified voice, we shall. But we crave a few more moments of your generous time first.
Take some now before I am feeling less generous.
Back in the arm with Victoria. Let's go. Vicky. Are you happy now?
No.
What a surprise. Dahlia?
Yes. Are we still in the presence of the prince now?
That depends on how far away Kurt takes Victoria.
I mean, as far enough away to be polite, but not far enough away to. He's got to be able to see us talking.
He's got enough aspects.
Otherwise, this
to
will
have
never work.
heightened
Or
senses.
aspects.
Yeah, he has enough aspects, heightened senses.
Mm-hmm.
He has a few nice tricks in there.
So, Riot and Dahlia, you're at odds here, right? You want different things.
That seems to be, well, Riot's, I feel you've been a bit, you also haven't been super solidified in your convictions. I'm curious.
My convictions are clear. My conviction is that I would like to be able to walk out of here without, I don't know, losing my fucking head. Ending up a pile of ash on the marble.
And is that why you are feeling more of a wanting to side with the Anarchs because you're afraid they're going to rip our heads off?
Oh, without question. You see, there seem to be two factions. within our little anarchistic friends. There's one faction that believes that they can do this politically, which is probably why some of them are here tonight. There's another faction that thinks the best way to handle anything in this city is to burn it all down to the fucking ground and start over. I'm not a big fan of that second one, because, well, I don't much like fire.
Yes.
Do they understand what happens to them if they attack the Elysium? Because it won't just be Vienna at that point.
No. Here's the thing that I've learned about us, kindred. We like to claim that we are superior. We like to claim that we are these masters of our own destiny. At the end of the fucking day, we're all goddamn stupid. We all think that we are the masters of our own destiny. We all think that we are the smartest bastards in the room. That has never been the case. We are all far too egotistical and far too self-centered.
Oh, trust me, I know. The Tremere know. That's why we lost our chantry here many moons ago.
Exactly. So to answer your question, Kurt, while I'm sure maybe at the back of their little brains, their little pea brains, they understand that whatever fight they bring will not end badly, I think they think that they are special enough that it won't matter.
I don't like their odds.
No, me neither. But they don't have to win in the end for the initial battle to be a shit show.
Yes. And having the Tin Bloods as enemies, it's easier than having the Anarchs.
It's hard making a choice that seems like it's the better choice for us and ourselves, to side with the Anarchs so that we don't have to go into this big war, big battle, and let the clan that is hiding, like little sad little, I don't want to say cockroaches, that's not a very nice term. That they
It's okay. I won't tell him you said it.
right. That the clan that seems like they don't have anything to offer us, we don't have to worry about them. Just push them to the side and deal with this bigger threat that's showing its face right here in Elysium.
See, I have no general dislike for the Duskborns. I really don't. I don't super care. Live and let live. If you're not going to fuck with my business, I'm not going to fuck with yours at the end of the day.
I mean, the prince is not threatening them. He's just not siding with them.
I think we all have a choice to make, a choice of conscience here.
The world was simpler when lines were drawn on maps. Now everything runs through hearts. Right, Victoria? Fine. I know my clan's reputation precedes me.
I don't know.
And if I were wiser, I'd keep my distance from all of you. But wisdom is the first casualty when something truly ambitious and tempting crosses our paths, right?
Ouch.
Thought you might like that. I'm willing to take my chances throwing in with the Duskborn. I don't like them. I don't like the Anarchs either. And I have good reason. But chaos, progress, it's all the same to my clan. I'm okay with Dahlia getting what she wants, as long as she remembers that we made it happen for her.
Yes. How about this?
Because we had a problem with that a few months ago.
We did.
Problem.
We did have a problem.
There was a thing.
And I know that you all know there are always ulterior motives. Where isn't there ulterior motives in this unlife? With everybody, with the Camarilla, with the Anarchs, it doesn't matter. With the Tremere, it doesn't matter really. What matters is that we're making what we feel is the right choice. And that's how I feel. Kurt, you seem to at least reluctantly be in agreement at this point. What about the two of you?
Come on, Riot. Where's your sense of adventure?
Oh, I got plenty of adventure, old man.
If a war starts...
I'm actually flat.
If a war starts, it wouldn't be the first Camarilla Anarch war. It would not be the first.
I don't want more.
Dahlia, I'm willing to vote with you for the Tin Bloods if you just promise me you won't do anything to him. Whatever
To
you're
the-
planning.
To your prince.
Yes.
Vicky.
You have something in your pocket, in your mind. I don't know. I told you I was honest earlier, and I'm being honest right now. I do not care.
I told you before. The problem with honesty is that you think it's a virtue. And I like you better than you think I do, too. So, here we have war for war and blood for blood. I'm okay with a little chaos. Riot. You gotta die of something.
Riot,
What?
I will offer you a boon. If you take the side.
Ooh, I stand witness to the bargain. Sounds like a... Wait a minute. Yes, I do smell something major in the night wind.
I haven't. I would say, fine, a major boon.
Not to be sneezed at.
It's not a life boon. Relax, Kurt.
We'll get
But-
there. We'll get there. Come on, we can-
Hey,
Boons are like kind of the kindred stock market, you know. You gotta take this solid boon from Dahlia, but you gotta take these 3 toxic boons from, you know, Lenny the Thin Blood. There's bundling. It's a thing.
and the issue
stock
there.
That's a great idea, actually. Anyway,
See, the issue there, darling, being what good's a boon if I'm dusted before I can use it?
What if you leave? If you're afraid that when we vote, something happens, you can just go right now. Just tell us that you agree.
If anything,
So that way it will be fair.
Riot, it's correct. If anything, which Victoria makes a point, you're the fastest to get out of here. You vanish suddenly and we lose you often. So,
What can I say? I am, if nothing else, a slippery little bugger. Yes, Kurt.
I'm busy with the kindred stock market. Sorry.
You got distracted. Oh.
the offer's there because I know this isn't your first choice. And it would mean a lot to me if you took this side.
I'm sure it would. You know what? Let me. I need to make sure this really sits right in my dead little heart,
Gotta
Dahlia.
make a call, maybe.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
TikTok.
We have about 5 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd make that call pretty fast.
Yeah. So I do think Riot is going to step away from the coterie. Hey, Storyteller, does she have a way to get a hold of Vikos?
Oh boy.
I will say yes. However, you don't have cash or anything like that, right? Where you can hide a cell phone on your person and no one can see it but you. Does an obfuscate power.
I do. I mean, I've got Cloak of Shadows.
I will a role I rarely ever call for. I will call for a stealth and technology roll to let me know if you can get it in a place that is sneaky enough that no one will see you using a phone.
That's fair.
Because, it's not like there's a naked Nosferatu in every room or something. I heard that somewhere someone.
Great
I don't know
vision
where
to
I could have
have.
possibly heard that from, but I heard that
Oh
somewhere.
my god.
I can't unsee that.
It's LA by night for anyone who doesn't get the joke about me.
You know what? I'm gonna.
I
Fuck
was
it.
busy that
We're in a
night.
one shot. I'm gonna blood buff because a bitch has no dots in technology.
Well, unlike the
But
rest
I don't
of
get
you-
hungrier.
I say, unlike Dahlia, you can at least feed if you have to.
Yeah. Do I want to? Is the question.
True.
You said stealth tech.
Stealth and tech allow you to send a text message. Vikos doesn't seem like a phone person to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna willpower just for shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to see. 3 successes.
3 successes is enough to make sure that you, like someone texting under their desk in the 2000s, no one sees you. Sorry, I'm a millennial. Sorry about that.
I relate.
I got you. I think it's a simple message. It is, you still got a place for me.
Few minutes before a response comes through. And the answer is, I would love for you to be mine.
So what's going to happen is there's going to be a little self-satisfied smirk. I'm not going to lie, kids. This is because Laura also loves Vikos.
There's no way this ends well.
Sure, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Jason.
Shut up, Jason!
Yes, don't crush my dreams.
You're gonna be sorry.
It's going to be great.
Enjoy yourself while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck it, we ball. So I would like to I imagine part of this texting is finding a quiet, shadowed corner. I would like to make sure it's near one of the emergency exits.
Well, if the Schönbrunn Palace had an emergency exit, that would be great.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what this building looks like.
Oh, it looks
There's
like
no-
a massive palace.
Exits like emergency. Please note your nearest emergency exit.
Yeah. I mean, the parts of it that are for the public use, museums and things like that, maybe have that, but that's not here. Not anywhere where the prince calls his domain.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
These doors are older than your grandmother.
That's fair. Then I would like
If
to
not
make
older.
my way back over to my friend in a stealthful fashion. My anarch friend, whose name I keep fucking forgetting.
Petra. Or Petra.
Petra. Petra. And like I'll sneak my way through the crowd, sticking to the shadows
The
in a way that
crowd.
the crowd. Yeah, I'm sticking to the edges of the room,
Not
taking a
suspicious
page
at
from
all.
Kurt's book.
Yep. So the plan is to just be near Petra?
Pretty much, yeah. Mostly
Okay.
because I need to let her know that shit's
All
probably
right.
about to go tits up.
So while you're doing that, I'll allow the rest of the coterie to go to the prince and give them their final judgment. Would you roll me, while they do that, a wits and awareness riot? And I'll take that from you after we deal with that. Leopold is impatient. He's still waiting. He hasn't resumed his lounging position because he can't relax until he gets your decision. So he's impatiently waiting. The sheriff has stepped away, you notice, as you return, but Dr. Kovash is still there.
Oh boy, I guess he's
Oop,
getting
oop,
ready.
oop.
Yeah,
Oop, oop, oop.
well, I'm nervous.
And I oop.
Yeah. So, three of you arrive, and the prince immediately looks up to you and says, "Ja und? Yes, and? Your decision, please."
Victoria.
I look at Dahlia. Do you promise?
I promise.
I look at him. We decided to side with the Tin Bloods.
He looks over at Dr. Kovash. He says, "Well, you always get what you want, don't you, Emma?" "Yes, very good." And he stands up, grabs the wine goblet back from Irma, who does look delighted, could say. And he holds it up to the court. And he says, "Fuck the Anox." He drinks down the rest of his wine goblet. Your roll, please, Laura.
Oh boy.
That is 8 with a crit.
8 with a crit. You've surveyed this room enough. You can see two things since you rolled a crit. One, the vessels on this couch are beginning to swell. Those bodies have passed. They are just bodies now, not people, and they're beginning to swell. And two, that woman who was inspecting them is nowhere in this room that you can see.
Gonna go up to Petra and grab her by the elbow. I think it's time to go, love.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. Are you sure you don't want to stay? See what happens.
You know what? I think I've had my
we can go. I'm perfectly fine. There's some excellent bars and restaurants and clubs that we can pretend to eat and drink from.
I think I've had my fill of Vienna.
Really?
Mm.
Well, let's have a bon voyage blowout.
I follow you, darling.
All right. And the two of you abscond. I will allow... Oh, God. Who has the highest Dawson awareness of the people who are remaining?
I have 2.
Chew as well.
All of you may roll me your wits and awareness then for what happens next. I love you, Laura. You're so awesome. But just like before you left, and you're like, "I'm going to Bratislava. Screw you guys."
Ooh. Ooh,
3.
Messy critical.
Ooh.
4 success.
Perfect.
Maybe, depending on how many you're...
Perfect. Kurt, please increase your hunger. That messy critical. 4 hunger now. You notice someone from your clan is emerging out of the shadows in the very near proximity to Prince Leopold. The sheriff here is gone, and she is reaching out with tendrils for him.
Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to do or say?
Yeah, there is. I'm going to grab I'm going to grab Vicky by the wrist and say, "Time to go." And then I'm going to use Shadow Cast. And I know where I am.
Okay.
But those rules
That
seem
is
to be over
another
now.
rouse check, though.
Yeah,
just-
I know.
Just for your edification.
Oh dear. Do I see that this is happening with the prince?
You do not, because she rolled 5 successes in her stealth roll.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you rolled 4. Is that correct?
Okay, yes.
You do not. What you two would notice, though, with both you and Dahlia, is you would be distracted by the sound of these bodies sounding like you can almost hear like whistling noises coming from these bodies laying on the couch. That you definitely would notice. Did you make your rouse check, Kurt?
Yes.
Did you succeed?
That is a different question.
Oh no.
Oh my
Because if you
God.
don't succeed, then
Whoopsie.
something else might happen.
That's a different question.
Shadowcast, I believe, requires no roll.
So, I succeeded in the rouse check.
Yes.
There's no roll to make with Shadowcast itself.
No.
I'm conjuring a supernatural shadow from my body.
How
Right.
many dots in Oblivion do you have? 2 or 3?
I have 4.
You have 4 dots in Oblivion?
This is your fault, you know.
I did. Yeah, I did give you an extra one. I did. Yeah, so 8 meters. So you can make it 8 meters, which is 6, 9, like 11 feet.
I'm hoping there's an exit within 11 feet.
There most certainly is an exit within 11 feet. You can
Excellent.
actually
Okay.
see Riot booking it out with this woman that you never. were introduced to.
That's where the shadow is.
Okay. Are you taking
Fantastic.
Victoria with you?
Unless she resists, I certainly am.
Do you resist, Victoria?
I don't think so because I'm not seeing what's happening. So
No, you're just seeing the
What?
bodies
What's
turning
going on?
bloody. Okay, so you abscond right on the heels of Riot with Victoria. Dahlia, that leaves you in the room alone. You're distracted by the bodies. Is there anything that you would like to do about the bodies?
I would like. I would like to steer clear of them because I'm a little worried. I also would like to see what my Primogen is doing. What is Irma doing right now? Is she? Do I see her?
Yes. She's leaving.
Okay, then it is also my cue to try to get out of here as well. I may activate my celerity just to move a little bit faster. And try to zip out of here.
Since you are the last here, Dahlia, as you observe your surroundings, you notice that everyone in the court is leaving. They were waiting for this particular moment to happen. And it's like they already knew it was going to happen. As if they were working for one side or the other, stacking chips this way or that way in order to get this reaction. And the reaction is, as you notice that your Primogen is leaving, you notice that the Nosferatu Primogen has probably been gone for a while after he did whatever it is that he wanted to do there. The Seneschal is long gone. Gustav Samuel is long gone. You notice that this woman who was by these vessels, she appears... her tendrils, rather, appear from the shadows behind Prince Leopold, grab onto him, and she sort of uses it to push herself forward, and she latches onto his neck, and you hear a simple scream from him before he gives into the kiss.
Oh, she's doing this to the prince.
Yes, as the rest of his court is leaving
Just
in
ditch.
varying degrees of hurriedness.
I don't think I could take on Lasombra, but I did make a promise to Victoria. You know what? It was a promise that the Tremere wouldn't hurt him, and the Tremere are not hurting him right now. So, I do not think that. Like, part of Dolly's like, I could be a hero right now. I could do this, but then she has a second thought and is like, absolutely not. And she just.
Can I shout something?
Yes.
Dahlia, stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
I'm out.
Perfect.
And I get out.
Our scene fades to black as all of these kindred abandon this Toreador prince to his fate, to this unknown Lasombra, who no one deigned an important enough to speak to. And that is where we are going to end our Camarilla one-shot, The Fortunate, for this evening.
Great last line, Kurt. That was really good. That was great.
I knew you would know what it was.
Yes, that was so good.
Victoria's
I
like,
love it.
no!
Oh,
My turn!
She doesn't know yet. There's going to be
Oh, yeah.
words of
We
many,
will see
many
what happens
syllables
next
later.
year.
It's looking
Yeah.
so hot. Thank you everyone for joining us for this. I think this is number 4, right? It's October 4th. Yeah, so the 4th beat of Month of Darkness. Thank you everyone. We'll go around and everyone can say their goodbyes, and we'll go backwards this time. I think. So starting with Tracy.
Yes. Hello. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Huddy, for running another amazing little Vienna one shot. It was so great to be back with this table. It was like a whole year. It didn't even pass. It was great. So yeah, you can find me at MagiRPG, where I tell lots of tabletop stories with my friends. I do a lot of World of Darkness. Yesterday ran a Werewolf the Apocalypse one shot with some new content that's coming out for Werewolf. So yeah, really excited for doing more World of Darkness stuff this whole month. So
Tracy's being modest. I saw Tracy doing Mage.
I did Mage. Laura and I did Mage. Mage, werewolf, vampire. We're checking off all the boxes. I need a hunter game, and then we're good. So,
No. Wraith. You don't want me to run Wraith for you?
Oh, that's another thing we have in common, Huddy. I love Wraith. So
Someday, I promise.
That's me.
Letty.
First of all, thank you, Huddy. Thanks everybody
drop the
here for the invitation. It's my pleasure to play with you guys. My name is Letícia Vexel. You can find me on social media as Leticinios, as is down here. I mostly do content about tabletop RPGs in Portuguese for my beautiful Brazilian audience. Oi, Brasil, amo vocês. E that's it. Thank you so much. I hope I see you guys next year again, because this is now annual.
This is tradition now. Yes.
Whoa, a third one. I'll have to have a think about it. And Letty's favorite.
You have a whole year to do
Well,
that.
I do other things, Letty, but I appreciate the confidence in me. Laura.
Hi, hello, good time zone folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or LauraTutu. My pronouns are she, they. And I have been your chaotic little Irish Ravnos who has fucked off to Bratislava.
That's exactly what happened in the first part as well.
Again. Obviously, you've probably seen my face around Huddy's tables before, because she dragged me in, 2 years ago, grabbed me by the wrist.
I said, "You're playing Vampire the Masquerade. Come with me."
Yeah, and here I am. I never left. Currently hanging out with Huddy for Cradle of Liberty. We'll be back at some point. Eventually, we're getting there. We're working on it.
Yeah.
You can actually come see me play more Vampire later this afternoon, because I don't know how to fucking chill. I'll be over at Folk and Myth for the finale of our duet series set in 1755 Montreal with none other than Miss Cynthia Marie. And then you can find me also playing a lot of D&D during the week on Wednesdays over at Rebels Without a Castle and on Fridays over at Crit Hit Chronicles. But if you want to see what I'm up to, where I'm going to be, what kind of nonsense I'll be getting into, the easiest way to do that is to check out my website, LauraTutu.com.
God, you're so busy. You're being busy. Good Lord. And Jason.
Thank you all so much for being here with us today. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here. So that is very special to us, and we're very grateful for it. Thank you, Storyteller Extraordinaire, Huddy. I look forward to the next year, right? It's an annual thing now. It's once a year I get to be a player.
I might have to get Laura to re-roll a character. But
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Letty. Thank you, Tracy. It is a privilege and an honor to be at this table with the people whom I'm a big fan of. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you for coming here and letting me drag you by the nose through Vienna. There will be 2 more Vienna games that will be directly related to this game. We are going to be a Thin Blood Chronicle the next time, and then an Anarch one shot, not Chronicle.
So who should we be apologizing to? I'm just curious.
I'm just giving a general blank.
Yeah,
It's
just
not
a blank
announced yet,
one.
right?
Just a blank one.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah,
So-
whoever the players are for these next rounds,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Pretty
So
much Vicky's fault.
there'll be callbacks to this one, so it'll be a lot of fun. Please join us for those whenever they will be. So thank you everyone so much, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.